tries to put a label on everything. So why would you expect
understandably so
anything different?
But whoever came up with this accident, so we about to get it. Yeah, definitely about to get it. I just look at it like, okay, if this is the game we playing, it don't mean that it's okay. You feel what I'm saying? People go to other countries and bomb shit. They don't make it okay just because somebody came up with something. Hell, somebody came up with crack. That make it cool?
No, somebody also came up with schizophrenia. That make it okay? Like, you expressing your opinion on it, it's fine, but it's gonna get worse. They're gonna come up with a sub name.
Well, we live in a society where if the masses speak on the shit, then that's gonna be the. But that's what I'm saying. But there's a look.
But they speak out against it.
All right, look. This how I'm looking at it. It ain't even about just an opinion. It's about, okay, tigers do tiger things, right? But people want to own tigers and snakes and ill animals that can kill you, right? And nobody says nothing. Right?
I mean, I think some animals are illegal to have.
It ain't even about it being illegal. It's the fact that who wants to own a lion? Who wants to take that risk? Who wants to own a snake? And expecting that snake not to do snake shit.
I know somebody that had a snake, they want to stop.
Okay, but my point is, okay, in order for toxic masculinity to even have any weight, because this is new. This ain't something from the 1800s or 2020 BC. This is new. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is new. This is a new term for what's already been here. This is where the hole's about to get poked in and shit. It's a new term. Who is that term for? Who's afraid of a man's man? I'm asking you.
I'm trying to see when it was, because I don't know when it was created.
It ain't been that long. What you mean? You know this. You don't have to look that up.
Oh, wait, it says the 80s and 90s.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I was here, so I can speak on it. What's toxic, though? For a man to act like a man and do man things? That's toxic masculinity. For someone, because you said it's my opinion, right? So then toxic masculinity is someone's opinion.
I would say so.
Okay. So if a man, that's what I'm trying to understand, acts like a man, then it should be okay for us to call faggots faggots. That's toxic. What I just said, that's toxic masculinity.
Yes, I believe so.
I gotta play around with it in order for me to understand. So don't judge me.
I'm trying to read though,
and I'm working on my saying. I'm working on my growth.
I mean, it's just the stigma that men have to be rough and violent and tough
and that's toxic, though.
That's what they say.
Toxic is a powerful word to use.
I know.
It's negative.
But it's not like it's like an all the time thing. It's not like.
But it's a negative.
That's
to describe a negative.
That's what they say.
Feel what I'm saying? So I'm about to eat this. I'm about to eat this toxic masculinity shit up. It's a negative used to describe a negative.
Yeah.
And long people together gang up on the toxic masculine person, then it's okay. That don't sound right. That's just like me saying I go to take my kids out to eat and I holler at my kids. Now, everybody in the restaurant has the right to tell me what to do with my child. Can you picture that? Because toxic masculinity actually works both ways. There's toxic femininity.
Yes.
So then you hold up. Here's where it's not gonna be fun anymore. So toxic femininity means you can't scold your or discipline your kids. Matter of fact, you have no rights because we want you to act like us. And that's what I hear. Somebody else trying to control a lion. They don't want the lion to do lion things. They want the lion to purr and do tricks and shit. He can't roar because that's toxic masculinity. He can't hunt. That's toxic masculinity. Oh, I'm about to get deep. I'm about to have fun with this, man. So people with guns, because I noticed they just passed a whole bunch of laws. How can you even use the term toxic masculinity when there's somebody with a gun that will kill you? There's somebody with a gun that hunts animals.
I think one thing that you're not considering
Talk to me.
in this situation,
somebody's feelings,
is that people, men, also take this into the workplace.
What, toxic being a man?
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. So there's
Come on, I'm listening.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
Trust me, I am.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Respectfully so. I agree.
Then there's no more to be said. It's a time and a place to be masculine.
Okay.
There's a stigma, at least that's what they say, that men have to be masculine all of the time, and a lot of men don't feel that way. So when it comes to the more milder men who don't feel like they got it, who don't feel
milder men,
mild-mannered.
Mild mannered?
Yes, that's what I said. Mild.
Okay.
The more mild-mannered men.
Okay.
When they don't feel like that raw, I guess. That
so
testosterone and shit.
So this ain't a gay thing.
No.
You ain't trying to fag men up.
No, I'm not. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I'm just saying.
So
no. Place for everything.
No. Look. Everybody's not that way. Okay? Even before I knew the word, there's some dudes that's just soft.
But it's like the old boys club.
All right. See, now we're doing exactly what we shouldn't be doing, which is labeling people. Because if you look at it, what you just said makes good sense. The people who are afraid to be labeled are labeling somebody, and that's supposed to be okay. There's a cry for help because you don't want a lion to do lion things. So we're going to call it toxic masculinity. And anytime we see this, we're going to point the finger and we're going to judge. And that's okay. So we gave other people their rights and all of that just so we could do this. Because to me, that sounds like a setup. It's like, okay, we're going to wait for the giant to fall asleep. And then when the giant falls asleep, we're going to pounce on his ass and call it toxic masculinity. And we're right and he's wrong.
I definitely think the labeling and stuff only adds to the confusion of. But that's always been society's thing. I mean, for a long time, they do experiments just so that they can do that.
Okay. But where I'm at with it, we're in the now. And it's discriminatory. Yeah. It's another form of racism to me.
As is everything else, though.
But this is a movement. You have to hold up. You have to ask yourself, who benefits from this movement? Women, children, and gay men. Transsexuals, gay women. That's who benefits. Not another lion. Another lion don't benefit from that. What up, y'all? Another lion doesn't benefit from toxic masculinity. So listen, man. I feel like it's another light that, it is another light that ain't on. Hold up. All right, much better. Okay. I was wondering why I felt dark in here. So peep game. What up, Linda Lewis? What up, Marcus? What up, Leonidas? What up, Cuzzo? All right, so listen, y'all. Toxic masculinity. What up, Rob? I need for somebody to tell me if you had that experience so I could gain understanding to exactly what the hell that means. And by the way, Big Bass, K Anonymous in the building, Real Rap Talk Podcast, man. What up? Somebody please explain to me what this toxic masculinity is. What is the intent? I like to learn new things, you dig? This is there's some new old stuff floating around. Shorty said that this been around since the 80s. So what I remember from the 80s is there were nerds. And then there were jocks. In the 80s movies, nerds always got the best of the jocks. This is where we get Revenge of the Nerds from. There are athletes, all right? Gladiators, per se. Yeah, I like that. Gladiators. And these gladiators are being judged as toxic. So the way the NFL is today came from toxic masculinity. Did I give you one? Did I agree with some shit? How everybody is all hugging and trading jerseys and shit after they just tried to kill each other, embarrass each other, talk about your mama on the field. But as long as we hug at the end of the game, it's not considered toxic masculinity, right? Mm-hmm.
It says that this is marked by economic, political, and social expectations that men seek in a dominance, the alpha male. So it encourages the stigma to limit the emotion of boys and men, and it allows them to express dominance and physical violence.
It has to be violence involved for it to be toxic.
Dominance and violence.
So Jordan, Michael Jordan, the greatest NBA player we have ever seen in our time. Toxic masculinity.
He talked a lot of shit on the court. He went for, I don't know.
Hey, hold up. I'm about to enjoy this.
That's just what it say on Wikipedia.
I'm about to enjoy this. So, gladiators, boxers, UFC fighters, wrestlers, even though it's fake, wrestling, baseball, anything that a man has created that requires dominance is toxic
through
now.
Violence. Dominance through
violence. Boxing is a violent sport.
Yeah.
So you get in the ring. After I'm done beating your ass, I gotta hug you. Cause I'm looking at it like tag. When you play tag, the whole goal is to get on base and be safe. You ain't got to always be the quickest person to make it to home base. When you play tag, you just got little scruples in your head. You can make it to the home base when you play tag, right? But that's toxic masculinity. Everybody gets a trophy. A little kid in the a little male child, in the grocery store having a temper tantrum is toxic masculinity. Any man that gets angry about anything, toxic masculinity.
Well, they do say it's a behavior.
If I stump my toe in the middle of the night and I'm cussing like a mom, right? And I want to punch something because it hurt me. Toxic masculinity. If you slam a car door too hard, toxic masculinity. All right.
They say it can lead to sexual assault and domestic violence.
So, if I work at McDonald's and I give you a Big Mac instead of the filet of fish you ordered, that's toxic masculinity.
Because it's violent to give you what you didn't order.
Hold up. That's how we women feel about the moment we show a feeling we are angry black. I hate that too. But look though. Good point. We gotta stop lumping everybody into a box. That's why this toxic masculinity. I'm about to eat this, and that's a good point that you made. So what does toxic exactly? So listen. We have to be smarter. Just feel me. We have to be smarter. That's what this means. Fuck the labels. Shit corny. We know when someone means to hurt our feelings versus it accidentally happened. But is the result the same? There's been plenty of times my sense of humor is sick, but it's not with the intent of making you feel self-conscious or bad. And just so happens, some people feel that way when I joke with them. No, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm not a bully. But now I'm toxic. Because my shit wasn't funny to them. You've seen this. You've experienced this. We have to be smarter. One thing I do know is if intent gives the definition of these words, then don't we have to give intent some time to manifest itself? Because the way I look at toxic masculinity is instant, meaning the minute somebody feels threatened, no matter what we do, which is what I just broke down, it could be labeled toxic masculinity. Now, I don't know if this is like working about to be a charge, you know what I mean? Or something on the internet the way it's a charge. I do know it's a negative. It's a negative used to describe another negative. I ain't the smartest motherfucker on the planet, but how that work? How's the outcome even going to be positive if that's how we rolling? You feel me? I had a deep conversation with somebody about toxic masculinity and emasculating men. So this is going to be a good show. For real, for real. I keep grabbing the wrong cup. So peep game. The definition says a set of attitudes and ways of behaving stereotypically associated with or expected of men. Who's expecting this shit? You already being judged if somebody is expecting something. How's that? See, that's why.
About the expectation from the gender roles, like as your gender, you are expected to be a certain way. That's what that means.
It's just that, and it's all the perception. Exactly my point. It's just perception. That's it. So, I guess what I'm getting at, like Revenge of the Nerds, people want to gang up, right, and point fingers to make you feel something, right? Come in. Hold up, y'all. Push. What up? You came right on time. We here to talk about toxic masculinity. It's another chin there. You need it. Toxic masculinity and emasculating men is the topics. So listen, I stress that it don't matter what we do.
Okay, when you say we,
people in general, you can't expect a man not to be a man. You can't expect a man not to do men shit. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I got 4 sons. None of them are like me. I take that back. None of them are like the adult me. Okay? And I'm quite sure there are fathers that look at their sons and they say the same thing. We as men, alphas, have to grasp with the concept of, do we want our sons to be like us? Because it's a different time. Like, we had different stuff to make us alphas. Some dudes tried to be alphas, they folded. All right? But when I look at my sons, I'm kind of glad that they're not like me. And I'm glad that times are a little bit different for them. It's a little bit better for them, right? But then when it comes to intelligence, as most parents experience this, men and women, our kids, they're not as smart as we were at that age. And I wonder, like, what the hell happened? You feel me? Like, I thought that they pushed us, so we pushed them. And if they got the same verbiage that we got, then they should elevate, right? But it don't work that way. Shit don't work that way. Some of our kids are way, way, way behind, man. The teachers are different. The lessons are different. The world is different. But if you look at the distractions that they have versus what we had, it's stunting their growth. And I'm going somewhere with this. When you stunt somebody's growth, they're not going to be there on time, on your time. Does that mean we label that person and throw their ass away? Because that seems to be the norm out here nowadays. Oh, I ain't got time for that. What we not going to do. Shit like that. We don't have time for other people. And I'm like, well, damn. Won't that create resentment amongst us? Off the muscle. It don't even matter what the act is. We already brewing resentment amongst each other. We already got that thing where we're killing each other, right? But now they're killing without a purpose, without a cause, without a reason. I done told y'all, I don't know if this is toxic masculinity. Them dudes got secrets, man. Them dudes that's out here shooting and blah, 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 they boys and they cousins and they brothers and they best buddies and all of that shit. These niggas is not getting money like we was getting money. So what they killing each other over? Secrets. This some dick and booty shit. You feel me? A nigga done did some gay shit for the homies. Hey, look. A nigga done did some shit for the homies. And now it's about to get out.
I don't know what you're gonna say. No, you don't know.
Never. You ain't never gonna know what I'm gonna say.
I do.
But I already know what these niggas is doing. Look, I done try to figure these brothers out, man, with the intent of helping. But this ain't some boys club shit. This ain't some YMCA fix shit. This ain't some mentor shit. This is some gay shit.
This shit right here.
This some gay shit. Because why would you kill the way they kill if you don't have a secret? You kill when you are afraid. How are you afraid of the motherfucker that you was just kicking it with for 3, 4, 5 years? Now you scared of this nigga? It don't work like that. Go ahead.
So I actually just had this discussion today with my son,
Word.
who is 16, and so I asked him, why does he think so many kids his age join gangs? And so he said something that I didn't think
This
about.
is Jayla, by the way. My bad.
He said something that I didn't think about, and he was like, most kids that are 16 to, let's say, 19 or 20 either don't have a healthy relationship with their father or don't have a father figure, or their father figure they have is not exhibiting the positive characteristics that could grow them to the next level.
I'm glad you're saying this.
Then where they go with that is they develop a lack of respect. Well, it starts really with emotional neglect that turns into a lack of respect. Listen, I'm telling you, it starts with emotional neglect that turns into a lack of respect for male authorities, period. Like, can't no nigga tell me shit.
But because you are still a male, you want to look to something for a role model. You want and you yearn for something to
confirmations.
You can get more confidence in these little, because I want the algorithm. These young men,
they've been filming for a minute, so
I can say this.
Oh yeah. We passed the market.
Want and need to feel validated and like they are a man and have no absolute idea where to start being a man. That catching a body, killing somebody, taking another life, now gives you respect that you used to get from being a real nigga. Then guess what I told my son? I said, I could respect these niggas if they hoods was kept up. They got money. They mama and them was straight. All their kids were straight.
All they
got
is
whole
a gun.
block was straight. I'm talking about grass cut, houses painted, all the mamas got cars. I know real niggas that did real shit.
That part.
Like if they were straight, the whole street was straight. The point of coming together in any gang formation is if you selling whatever you selling, if you doing whatever you doing to get money, and I'm doing whatever, we all doing it in the same area.
We co-op
same
the
niggas I gotta
neighborhood.
fall out with, you gotta fall out with. Fuck it. Let's all three gang up and fall out with these niggas. They can't fuck with all three. But it was always for the conglomerate of everybody having safety and they getting money process. Now is let's see who can get a body first so we can be cool and get respect.
Just to be accepted.
Yes. So that's why you have boys who used to look up to their daddy who punched the clock 9 to 5 and worked on cars and got his nails dirty and stuff. They thought he was the bomb till they went to school and seen little Ray daddy pull up in his scat pack and his print on too with his pants hanging down with money and shit because he be on Instagram with all the hoes. And so now my daddy who punched a 9 to 5 clock, that nigga not cool. I don't want to be like that nigga no more. I'm finna hang with these niggas that's like little Ray daddy because that's where I'm gonna get my respect.
So listen, the other half of this is emasculating men. And I had a conversation with somebody about this, right? They had their version of it, which was right. But I just took it a little deeper. As a only child who had a mother that was on welfare, damn near all 18 years of my life, all right? She intentionally, no matter how much I pleaded, played the system. Now, I know the difference between winning and losing. Even though she played the system and that was her thing, we were losing. To the point at age 7, I had to get out here and hustle to put food on my table. Just for me. She ate just because she was my fucking mother. But I did that shit for me. All right? 7. Imagine your 7-year-old child, your son, telling you, Mom, I'll be right back. And no food is an ice tray in the fucking refrigerator. That's it. Me having to make grown man decisions at that young age led me on the path of being a alpha fucking male. Me coming from where I'm from. Every neighborhood you move to, we know this, you gotta prove yourself. Meaning, you ain't even gotta feel like fighting. You wanna go outside and make friends. But it's always somebody that's gonna try your ass. So now, we moved a lot. I had to fight everybody on the first day. Feel me? To the point it was expected. Like, you ain't even have to say shit because I already knew. So I'm gonna hit you first. Get this shit over with. All right? During that time, though, my mother did little hustles on the side. She had boarders renting out rooms and things of that nature, right? So at age 8, one of the boarders that stayed up in the crib took me to New York with some other niggas. These grown ass men. I'm 8. They took me to go buy heroin. They gave me the gun. My job was to stand in the hallway and shoot anybody that comes through the motherfucking door. I'm an honor roll student, but I'm a gangster right now because I'm with the shits. But I'm 8. Feel me on this. I'm 8.
Psychologists would say that you are emotionally
traumatized. That ain't even where I'm going with it.
I'm just saying, no, that's what they would say. Like,
I understand that. I understand that. But
that just sounds traumatic to be 8 and have to kill somebody who walked through a door.
Right,
that shit sounds traumatic to have to put food on the table at 7.
But hey, look,
starving.
I can't make. But what I'm saying is,
when you are in a survival situation and you are surviving and you are not living, the fact that you going from day to day, that empowers you. Right. You don't feel emotionally scarred.
Exactly.
Right. You don't feel emotionally scarred.
So during that time period, you had male role models. You had men in the neighborhood. Even though my father wasn't in my house, my neighborhood had me. Like what she just pointed out. Niggas on the corner selling drugs. Most kids had to go in the house when the street lights came on. I didn't. I went in the house when the fuck I felt like it. So I could be outside. I'm seeing things. I saw 2 best friends fight over $5. And it hurt my feelings. These grown ass men fighting over $5, man. Like with blood was nobody stabbed, just the fight in itself. And I gotta sit here and try to understand why is these 2 grown ass niggas who was like this for 2-3 months straight. I've been out here, right. But feel me, nobody said that. Right. I had to figure that, but I had to figure that shit out myself. You feel me? And then still gauge whether or not I should have respect for the one that got his ass whooped. See, you wasn't thinking about that. That's what I have to go through. Had to go through. I had to judge whether or not do I still speak to the nigga that got his ass beat. You feel me? So all of this goes to her point. I'm just giving you real life examples from my perspective. So when they came out with Section 8, things changed. The rules changed. They already had it back before I was born that if you was on welfare, they don't want the man, like they wanted to, like damn near like the IRS. They wanted to know what oatmeal costs and all of that bullshit in your crib, right? They stayed in your business. We call them Mr. Welfare, all right? No doubt. But look though, so Section 8 came and then the rules changed because around that time we got crack. Now people who I would consider friends, not all of them, some of them, they on the money trail. They out there trying to show us, okay, y'all niggas go to school. You see me in the Benz. You see me with custom-made clothes from NY and shit like that. Jewelry and girls and nigga and money, all right? We see these things. But we're intelligent enough to know seeing the hood eat itself alive while certain motherfuckers claim victories from doing such, right? Now, we have to decide, do we go get a job? Do we hustle? Do we still go to school? You feel me? These are young men making grown man decisions. It's a different kind of pressure, right? I'm doing the 80s for a reason, and I'm going to fast forward to where we at now. So women will get apartments, have $13 rent. The shit that fucked me up is the motherfucker that got rent for $30 that used to get put the fuck out. Oh, that shit was fucking comical to me. How the fuck y'all rent $30, nigga? And it happened a lot. Trifling. Just fucking plain trifling. Negligent is all hell, right? You getting put out. I done seen y'all motherfuckers sell drugs. Hell, I come to the crib to get a bag of weed. Y'all forgot to pay the $30 shit. Now y'all got to get the fuck out. They done built y'all these nice cribs. These nice Section 8 cribs. Y'all ain't even got roaches yet if you ain't bringing with your motherfucking ass, right? And y'all fucking that up. Right. So, now the women are getting smarter, which is what we needed. We ain't need the lazy on her back and having babies and waiting for the motherfucking check and going to the mailbox every first of the month as women. We ain't need that. We needed women to get out there and do a little more. Grow. You feel me? Grow. But the dude can't be in the crib. Where the fuck these kids come from? Child support. Child support. So we gotta pay child support. Ain't nothing gotta be wrong. If she want to continue to reap these benefits, you gotta go find the motherfucking nigga that got you pregnant.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Just saying though.
That's what they say, but if you tell a nigga, I don't know who that, I was wilding, I was drunk, I don't know who it was.
But still, this is what I'm saying though. The rules change for the men being in the house now. Now we gotta lie. Now we gotta sneak and do shit. All right? She could be doing hair, working a little part-time job to satisfy Mr. Welfare, selling plates, all of that shit. The dude usually getting it. If he ain't some old bum-ass nigga, he getting money. But the goal is to elevate out of Section 8 into your own shit. All right? But somehow they figured out a way to keep us, men and women, bumping heads. Think about it. We bumped heads. So let's fast forward to the 90s. It's funny because, hey, yo, I remember this shit like yesterday. Let's fast forward to the 90s. The Reagan era did a lot of damage. That nigga took away government cheese. I'm still mad about that shit. Best motherfucking macaroni on the planet, nigga. He took that shit away. Took away all the free lunch programs, all right? All of this shit was strategic. Even then, we knew what was going on because Mr. Welfare was sending us a letter. And if you could read, nigga, you know what the letter said?
What is that?
You ain't getting no more government cheese. We're not paying for your kids to go to the Y for free. You can't go to the boys' clubs. All these programs that was available to my generation, they took that shit away. And niggas on the street knew what was going on. We spoke amongst each other. All right? But then it was like, okay, what are our options? We live in the hood. All the good jobs, they way over there. Most motherfuckers that did work needed under the table money. So they won't get caught for child support. Shit like that. It's so many different variables to this shit, right? But it's easy to point the finger. Because I look at how they do it in today's time and they judge black men and they judge black fathers. Like, we ain't go through this shit with these motherfuckers. Then we had to go to war with y'all. Then we had to go to war with each other. That's 3 motherfuckers right there. That's 3 against 1 right there. Off the rip. Just off of complexion. Toxic masculinity. Fuck out of here, nigga. We earned the right to be alpha males. We earned the right to be toxic. We earned the right to be bitter. We got dragged for the past 60, 40, and 20, 60 years. I don't know what motherfuckers was doing in the 50s. I ain't going that far back. 60 years straight though. We got dragged. And even in today's time, when they're trying to change shit, we're still last on the list. Think about that shit. No matter what we do, it ain't never gonna be right for nobody. So imagine our beautiful black queens when we can't see eye to eye. What else we got? If we don't have y'all, we don't have shit. Think about that. If we don't have y'all, we ain't got shit. Yeah, it's more race mixing and different types of nationality fucking going on in the world, but we ain't talking about it.
Right.
We don't have y'all, we ain't got shit. Then you got women calling the police, and you ain't even did shit. Putting niggas in the system because she mad. Oh, that hurts so much.
Child support, though,
exactly.
I'm not anti-child support, but I don't choose that right for myself. It is to me a trap because I'm almost like if I could convince you to have sex with me without a rubber and enjoy it to the point where our stuff get together and make magic and create a whole life, but I can't convince you to take care of the responsibility that you have with God, I don't need to go down. I don't want to talk to a judge. I don't like the police, judges. I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm not going down there. I'm not about to get them in my business. Fuck your business.
Right.
I don't even give a fuck about your business. Man.
Right.
They're not finna get in my motherfucking business.
Right.
If you're not gonna do it, nigga, I gotta do it.
Right.
And however I gotta do it is how I gotta do it. And the last thing I need is these motherfuckers fucking with me. So if I can't convince you on my own, the same way I convince you to slide up in, and if I can't convince you to take care of your kids when you don't want to, fuck you.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck you. I'm not going to child support.
So now you got.
I'm not gonna make them my nigga because that's what they want.
Right. Your white
separate these women,
yeah.
and we gonna be their nigga.
Yeah.
She don't need that nigga. We gonna be her nigga.
But understand, piggybacking off of what she just said though, that's part of the plan. You take the man out the home, we'll give the women some power.
Right.
But in giving y'all that power, that was, in our eyes, that was a come up. Watch this shit. In our eyes, that's the opportunity that they wouldn't give us. All right? Should have been a celebratory moment. But instead, some people get drunk with power. Some people don't understand the responsibility of the power that they have. So they use it for bad. This is where the cops get called. This is where, oh, fuck that nigga got a new girl, I'm gonna put him up for child support. All that scandalous shit. We went through a real scandalous period amongst black men and black women. It ain't saying that it ain't going on today. I'm just telling you, I'm getting us to now.
And what has happened is women use child support as a mechanism for revenge, and men use child support as an excuse to be sorry as fuck. And it don't help the kid no goddamn way.
That part.
And that's why I'm not going to fuck down there fucking with him.
So
you can't do shit for me. If this nigga don't do it, y'all damn sure can't help me. Y'all got me. Fuck all y'all.
Then you got another reason to be mad because now this nigga won't pay child support.
Right.
Like, who the fuck is that kind of fucking negativity in their life?
Who's gonna do that?
Right.
Who's gonna do that?
So the generation after us, I don't know if a lot of y'all remember this. They were called Generation X. Mm-hmm. Well, what the fuck happened to Generation X? Why was they even called Generation X? Look it up.
Born in the year 2000?
Nah, that was the 90 babies.
Oh, that was the 90 babies?
Yeah, them the 90s babies. Generation X. Why were they called Generation X?
Because the millennials.
Nah, they got left behind. That's why. While mothers spoil their kids like white folks. Yeah, that's all it was. We did exactly what we saw white folks do to their kids. We spoiled our kids. We gave our kids everything that was available out there to spend motherfucking money on because now we got fucking money. All right? We bought them the Nintendo 64 when that shit came out. Nigga had all the games. Toys R Us. Toys R Us. Your kids was wearing Oshkosh gosh out this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Baby Gats out this motherfucker. Jordans was really just starting to bubble. Right. But your kids was fly. Your kids actually started being flyer than the daddies. So now, look at that shit. The baby, the 2-year-old little boy is dressing better than his bum ass daddy.
She gonna let him know too.
Yes, definitely that. Definitely that. So now we ain't respecting each other no more. Right. This is the 90s. Yeah, a lot of good music came. It was a lot of bumping and grinding in the 90s, but it was a lot of disrespecting each other in the 90s, man. And for those who didn't have to experience that, meaning like you probably had an old good 2-parent home and you lived in the suburbs, they have different kinds of problems, but problems nonetheless. We need to stop thinking we're the only ones with problems. Motherfuckers with money got problems. Please believe that. I know. You had problems. That shit don't go away. Don't give a fuck how much cake you get. You still gonna have problems, right? Just differently. So now, we're not respecting each other. And this gunplay shit starting to make its approach. This toxic masculinity. Dudes is out here jumping niggas. Dudes is 30 deep now. Like, this is the MO. We're a gang. We're grouped up. Since we can't get love the way we supposed to get love, we gonna love each other. At least try to. And we did. We had conscious rap. Oh, that was a good little 3 minutes of music right there. Conscious rap. They started seeing us getting together. And conscious-minded sisters were joining. So now we're on the same page.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
Because what I would like to say is, in some conditions and in some instances, that idea really happened. I know some young men who didn't have a male role model and might have went and got into some stuff that they might have had no business. Mm-hmm. But the older male figures who were there kept them on a certain track.
Goddamn right.
I remember when you had to go to school to get a pack from a nigga if you wasn't a certain age.
Right.
Like, little nigga, did you go to school? Oh, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You listening to your mama.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you got going on? So it's like, in some cases, it wasn't the majority that ideal worked. What happened was the decrease came so quickly and available men to play that role,
mm-hmm.
that no one, it didn't take the same effect. It was children trying to be OGs to children.
Facts.
You know.
So now they infiltrated us. All right? They infiltrated us. Your boy Clinton passed the prison reform shit to where niggas is now going to jail by the thousands. All right? It ain't none of that you go to your local police station and then they release you on your own shit no more. Now niggas is getting time. And that's what your boy said. Time. Nah. It got signed. No, they had listen. They set it up during the Reagan era. When Clinton came aboard, he signed the shit into law. Okay? So from the 90s, you started seeing niggas getting knocked off. This is why that whole, yo, nigga, giving a nigga a ride shit, nigga, is you dirty? You feel me? You had to ask a nigga before you give a nigga a ride, is you dirty? Because once they pull you over, everybody going to jail. Period. And what you gonna do when you see that nigga? You was on your way to work. You gave your man a ride just because he your man, but he didn't tell you he was dirty and he strapped. Now you doing 5 years. Look at this shit. You doing 5 years because you gave a nigga that you know a ride and he ain't tell you he was dirty. He ain't give you that's rape. He ain't give you the option to say no. You feel me? So now the men are gone. Daddy you gotta talk to your kid. You gotta raise your kids from a phone and a fucking prison visit. All right? So now, as most kids know, they ain't slow. Fuck that, my daddy in jail. But my daddy was a legend when he was on these streets. He had a name or whatever your mama told him, whatever his uncle, their brothers told, whatever, right? So now you got kids raising themselves trying to live up to that expectation. Now remember, the guns came into the picture in the 90s, but niggas wasn't really using the guns. We just had them, right? Well, the generation after that said, fuck that shit. We using them. Now we got bodies, and we done had bodies ever since. My thing is, with that, and then I'm going to go back. What's the end game? When does that stop? Because technically, there is nothing worse than that. That is the bottom. That is plan Z. For most of us, even a hardworking man, that's plan Z. Because we know we kill this motherfucker, we going to have to kiss the kids goodbye, you're going to have to kiss your lady goodbye, and go talk to them peoples. All right? Hey, that's Generation Z. We got Generation X. That's Generation Z. Okay, I can fuck with that. All right, so boom. Now these kids are raising themselves. Ideology, these stories, the music, influence. The hood ain't really gone yet. And we're going to get to that part too. The hood is still there. But crack is not the only thing that we selling now. There are other drugs on the market. So it changes the game. Weed done made its comeback in the 90s. How about that? Y'all don't even know that shit. Yeah, but look. We always had weed, but weed, wasn't nobody really buying no half ounces and ounces. You just go buy a dime bag, yeah, the bitch that motherfucking big. You get a bag, look. You get a bag this motherfucking big. You good. You feel me? Now niggas is buying pounds of weed. All right? And pounds of weed is bringing in money. And if you plugged in correctly, it's like crack money. But the charges is less. So now weed is starting to come to the forefront. So now we plug in weed. Niggas is still smoking crack. Niggas is still selling crack. We got crackheads. But I'd rather get caught with a pound of weed than a motherfucking quarter of crack. You feel me?
Yeah, them pills.
Or them pills.
Pills carrying it a different kind of way.
But you gotta remember though, in the 80s, that was a white person thing. Right. The pill game, that wasn't our thing. We wasn't fucking with no pills, nigga. Right. At all. We wasn't fucking with no pills. You feel me? So now we in the 2000s. Generation X done had babies. And these are the kids that you see today. What's the MO? Ain't nothing changed. Did it change for that? Well, it did change, but it didn't change for the better. It changed for the worse. Because now, the story I just told you, that's a thing of the past. They don't want to talk to the OGs. They don't want to know what we did. What up, y'all? They don't want to know what we went through. They want to throw us away. All the contributions that we made to the game that they playing, they want to throw that shit away. All right? So we got to shut the fuck up. We irrelevant. We old niggas. All that good shit, right? Cool. They got this. These niggas is making money. They have way more ways of making money than we ever did. They're business smart now. And these are some of the things that I can't get mad at. I'm actually proud in that regard, but it always get tainted with some bullshit. You feel me? They gives no fucks. I'm speaking their language. They gives no fucks. It's about them. It's about their time. I get all that shit. Live your motherfucking life. But please know, the old adage is, just as hard as you work to get what you got, it's a million motherfuckers working just as hard, if not harder, to take that shit from you. I'm pausing because that shit, let them chill bumps kick in, nigga. It's a million motherfuckers waiting to take that shit from you, man. And I don't think this generation understands that. I would hate to be under that level of paranoia for a motherfucker to see that I'm getting this and then turn around and know that they're coming. And I've heard somebody, matter of fact, it was Lil Yachty. I heard him say this on the 85 South show about a female. He don't know if she's there for him or what he got. And it got me thinking about that shit. That for that young man to be as young as he is, to have that question, that's crazy as hell to me, dog. Like, look, that's crazy as hell that out of everything that he's accomplished in his life, that's a concern of his. But that's real shit. That's what being young with no guidance does for you. A lot of questions, unanswered questions. These niggas out here fronting their ass off to the 219th power because they don't want to listen to their OGs. They want to go through it on their own. And a lot of this shit, you got girls setting their ass up. You got the so-called friends setting their ass up. This is why you need us, man. What we gonna do, nigga? We not gonna get rich from talking to you. We not gonna get rich from helping you. We're just fucking helping you. And that shit crazy as hell that they won't even take that. But you know who clutch in this situation? Mama. Mama can't do no wrong. And I know this ain't for everybody. A lot of people got beef with their mamas. We ain't talking about y'all. All right? I feel y'all pain too. But mama is clutch. You see football players get drafted. You see the mama. You don't see the daddy. You might see the uncle. You might see the grandpa. Sometimes. Oh, yeah, facts. Hey, I'm going to post it. I don't get rid of nothing, dog. So, look. Mama get all the credit. Mama done slept with a lot of men. To get you, hey, it's just being real. Mama done did a lot. Mama done took a lot of back shots. She deserved a house and a car. Mama had to go fuck with Mr. Johnson just so I can get them cleats. No. Yeah.
Boy, mama worked 2 jobs to work really hard
to
bring in the bread.
Nah, not all mamas did that.
Right, not all mamas did that.
And you see them after you get that check. That's the one with the most jewelry on. Because there ain't no way in the hell a woman out here busting her ass working 2 jobs, that's the first thing she gonna go cop. She gotta get fresh. That's some hood shit all day, man. Ain't fooling me, nigga. Shit, we know the deal. You get that check, nigga.
Oh,
first of the month, get that check, nigga. You get them new sneaks on the first of the month, nigga. All of us showing up to school fresh. You don't know about that. Our mamas got that first of the month check, nigga. We fresh. I ain't wearing the same colored jeans this week, nigga. I got some new leaves, nigga. And I got the sneakers to match, nigga. Yeah, the good times. But this shit is Generation Z, man. Because this is Plan Z. This is Plan Z for all of us. We don't want to have to wake up and catch no bodies, man. We don't. That idea that we want to make it through our struggles without having to kill somebody is some real shit. You feel me? The fact that you know you're going to grow old. You know you're not going to always be strong. And you may not be able to protect your family as a toxic man. What the fuck? Can't do that. You can't do that. And our sons, they're not going to be there forever. Our daughters, they're going to lead the nest too, right? Who protects our old people? Who looks after the old people? What the fuck we do? We put them in a home. We put them in a home. Hey, look. If you love your elders, your grandma, whoever, that putting them in a home shit, you might as well kill them your motherfucking self, man. That is not a good look in no way, shape, form, or fashion. On the strength of, that's a job for somebody else to take care of your motherfucking loved ones, right? They don't give a fuck about them. They punch a time clock. Your people is definitely not being treated right. And you done seen videos. This ain't no motherfucking game, nigga. We been knew that shit. And if you don't believe me, go to a nursing home on a Sunday when you ain't got shit to do. They allow you, well, I don't know about this COVID shit, but they used to allow you to go up in there. I used to make my kids go read. Feel me? I used to send my kids to the motherfucking nursing home. Go hang out with them old people. They love my kids for that shit. Their own fucking family wouldn't even come visit them, man. Feel me on that.
That's true. Some of them don't care. Some of
right.
them do, but some of them don't. And I think something just came out. It's like 12 people in South Carolina.
Yeah.
That, was being charged with neglect.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give a fuck about
somebody in a nursing home that they worked at.
Don't give a fuck about them people, man. But if you want to, if you could stand the smell of that motherfucking place, I'm just being real. It's stinking that motherfucker. If you can stand the smell in a nursing home, go visit some of them people, man. They ain't got to know you. Just pick you one. Pick you somebody and sit down and talk with them. Sit down and talk with them. You don't get along with these motherfuckers in the world. They getting on your motherfucking nerves. You can't fuck with none of these niggas. You a loner. Go to a nursing home. You want real fucking friendship? Somebody that really needs your ass? Just like them niggas in jail writing them letters? Woo, boy, the pen pal game is serious out here on the streets. I'm glad I never had to know. But them little 45 days I did, nigga, that was the deepest letter I ever wrote, so I understand where shit come from, man. Nigga be saying some beautiful words, nigga. Yeah, dig. Niggas be saying some beautiful shit. Nigga, he got nothing but time on his hand. Them niggas be getting married, nigga.
Cake, baby.
Them niggas commissary is caking up out here on you niggas, dog. You niggas got a whole job out here and you ain't living as good as them niggas in jail, man. Don't let them motherfucking videos fool you. The conditions may be horrible, but that nigga bank account is lully. You feel me? Yeah. Niggas got TVs, they got flash screens, nigga. They got motherfucking fire sticks. Look, the niggas got fire sticks in prison, nigga. They ain't calling home.
How?
Them niggas watching Power. They ain't calling home. Yeah, you feel me? They trying to make them niggas as comfortable as possible in an uncomfortable situation, dog.
No, I ain't seen it. No.
Hell yeah, you got the COs. The COs dirty as hell. Them niggas trying to bring drugs into the prison. Everybody went in on the action, nigga.
Oh, no.
Shit.
I don't know what to say about that.
That's crazy that there's some niggas that's making more money in prison than they made on the streets. You make sense out of that for me. You're a bad motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Because I've seen quite a few young men that did their little bid and came home and went right back. They
came out fresh though.
Yeah. But wasn't nothing available for them to stay out here. They looked at the math. I was doing better when I was locked up. So them niggas go back to jail. Them niggas will sell drugs, yo, and get a longer charge, a longer sentence intentionally. Just to go back in and get more time to make sure they ass don't get back the fuck out. And you wonder why they around here killing each other, nigga. I know the truth, nigga. Y'all niggas is fucking each other, sucking each other dicks and shit. That's why y'all killing each other. You feel me? And if you ain't know that, you slow than a motherfucker, man. Ain't nothing out here for these niggas to be killing each other over. Your feelings ain't that motherfucking hurt that you got another nigga involved. Think about that shit. These niggas ain't killing niggas on some dolo shit. They bringing other niggas in the car to go kill this nigga. Right. Come on, man. Y'all can't be that motherfucking slow, man. These niggas is doing some motherfucking gazy ass shit with each other. And once that secret is about to get out, the nigga that know it got to go. Word is bond. Y'all, look. Come on, man. I done laid this shit. I know something ain't right. I couldn't come up with no other conclusions, man. Then you got the niggas who go to jail, and then if he locked up with his man see how he moving, they get out.
The views and opinions expressed.
They get out.
DJ. It's not the views and opinions. Right. It's not.
And if that nigga ever crossed that nigga on the streets, somebody got to go. Feel me? Somebody got to go because that nigga gonna tell. Mm-hmm.
Don't let old boy get out and get a woman on.
Exactly. That whole he moving before I move shit, or he told before I told shit. Yeah. That's the pressure that these niggas is putting on each other. Nigga, ain't no motherfucking money and crack no more. You feel me? This ain't that. The niggas that's claiming streets live in apartments.
What do they got to do with anything?
Cause the hood is different, man. The hood is not like how it used to be. All right. You got niggas who claim that shit, who might have been born there, but unless you do fucked up shit and you keep the hood, the area that you from looking like shit, then yeah, it's a hood, but it ain't a whole lot of hood shit going on like it used to be. Motherfuckers who, because the word now is ratchet. People who do ratchet shit don't even have to be from the hood. You feel me? Even when what's that? What's Shorty say? The asymmetrical bob that the white girls wear. You know they fucking with black dudes.
Oh yeah.
That with the head to the side. Yeah. That's the motherfucking uniform right there, yo.
Classic.
And they talk like we do. Right. They do all this shit that they done seen, man.
I'm a product of a white girl and a black man, so it's all good. It's all good. Your mama used to help you.
The hood is not the hood like it used to be, man.
I seen that Bob works for them. They get them. They get them every time.
The print.
When sis go in there and be like, give me that black man starter kit.
You know what tripped me out though? When I see like a woman in her 40s do that shit. I'm like, where you going with this, barber? You feel me? Like, what are you doing?
Stan ain't shit, so I'm finna fuck with Shaheen. Give me the Bob. I'm going all the way.
Even doing poetry and shit.
Hey, that's the power of black dick. Fuck that.
He paints in his free time and reads.
So fuck this Bob up, sis. Cause I gotta get him. Fuck this Bob up, baby.
So toxic masculinity and emasculating men. I gave you the game for free, man. Y'all do what y'all want to with that, man. We got other stuff to do, so we're gonna cut this short. I don't even know what time it is. Oh damn. Well, yeah, y'all had me for an hour. That's what's up. Big Bass, K Anonymous, J Star, and my man Choice in the building. Real Rap Talk Podcast. Oh, go ahead. Nah, do that.
Everybody make sure that you're tuning into
iHeartRadio.
This Thursday,
This
at
Thursday
7 p.m. My
at
show
7.
live from the hustle.
So tune into that.
Tune in. It's a platform for business owners. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Talk.
Download the app. You'll search WDRB. That's the station. Look for the time. 7 p.m. live from the hustle. It'll be me. It's a great way to advertise for your business.
Y'all hear that?
A great way to get an interview, to get a platform, to share with not just the people in the radius with your normal radio stations, but people worldwide. It's a great platform. So do your research on it. Hit me up on Instagram at JStarofQC. I love y'all.
Peace.
Girl, you gotta make sure you